Bounce. Get crunk, get crunk, get crunk.
Ladies,
Bounce with me, bounce with me.
fellas,
Get crunk, get crunk, get crunk.
now ladies,
Bounce with me, bounce with me.
fellas,
Get crunk, get crunk, get crunk.
now ladies,
Bounce with me, bounce with me.
fellas,
Get crunk, get crunk, get crunk.
now ladies.
What it is, dudes, what it is. Welcome to Zero Chills Empire, and I'm part of Organization 13. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, then that might ring a bell to you dudes. Today, what we're going to talk about is attacking. And so when it comes to attack, there's a couple of things that you might want to keep in mind, or a couple of strategies that you might want to utilize. And so the first thing is your scout. If you guys play this game, you know that you have the ability to scout out other kingdoms, and the higher that your scout becomes, or the higher level that your scout becomes, the more things you're able to maintain, or to find out, rather. Where did I get maintained from, dude? Anyway, so looking at this guy right here, Kendra 58, I've already scouted him. And so this is what I got back from the report. Not that. And so my scout has told me how much resources he has in the event that all I want to do is pillage him. But if I'm interested in destroying him, I need to know how best to attack this guy. So if I scroll down, I can see his hero is there. I can see he's got 8,000 wall traps of various types, and he's got about 15,000 troops defending. Nobody reinforcing and no war rallies, so nobody from his guild is currently helping him. The people that he has and the traps that he has are all his own. So keeping this in mind, traps mean death for your soldiers, dude. They will kick their ass. So the first thing that I want to do is disable those traps. Now, there's different types of traps. You've got fire, you've got lightning, and you've got ice, but all of those are weak to siege attacks. So now that I see that he's got 8,000 traps, the first thing I want to do is hit him with about 15,000 siege engines. That way I can disable most, if not all, of the traps. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack in waves. So since he has traps, the first thing I'm going to do is get those traps out the way. Then right behind that, I'll send another march, and that march will be where I send the soldiers in, and those soldiers will go and they'll fight his. Now, he's got an advantage here because it's his city. So his troops that get hurt will end up in the hospital. Mine, of course, will die. So you have to make sure that you have enough to spare. Now, after I fill his hospital up, I can send a third wave through, and then his troops begin to die. So we're going to put that plan in action. First, I'm going to hit him with sieges. Then I'm going to hit him with a wave of troops. Then I'll hit him with a second wave, and we'll see how that plays out, dudes. So I've pulled up my attack menu, and I can see all of my troops. Now, again, this first wave, I want sieges because I need to disable the traps. So I've got 10,010 level 1 sieges, and I have 1,590 level 2s. So I'm going to take all of those and send those straight at him. And so now the battle's on, dude. Ha. My first wave is approaching his. It'll be there in about 40 seconds, as you can see on the march timer. Now, I'm really not expecting to win this wave. Traps are weak against sieges, but that doesn't mean I'll just destroy them all. That's why I sent more than 8,000. If I would have only sent exactly 8,000, then I probably would not have disabled all 8,000 of his traps. But hopefully, by sending 11,000, I will be able to take them all out. And I may be able to, I may not be able to, but we'll see. Again, I'm not expecting to win this one, though. The whole point of the first wave is simply to get his traps out of the way. If I would have just straight sent 15,000 soldiers, I would have got whooped, dude. And so now my soldiers are attacking, and now they're on the way home. So let's see what the result was. And that's exactly what I expected. It was defeat. And so it actually was better than I thought it was. I only lost 4,000 of the sieges, but as you can see, he's only lost 3,600 traps. So I need to ideally send another wave at him so I can get the rest of those traps out of the way. And he put up an attack bubble, dude. I mean, a defense bubble, dude, so I'm not going to be able to get in. Oh, well, so that calls it off. But so I had already sent the second wave, and we'll find somebody else to attack. That way I can show you guys how it works. So I've scouted the person who's in the same guild. This dude's name is apparently Renkiss, and he's directly south of my hive. And so I've got his resources here, and then I've got the intel into what he has. Notice he has 0 wall traps. So either he hasn't built any, or maybe they've already been destroyed. I think this dude's like a level 9 though, so he may not even have traps yet. And so I can see his defending troops. I know how many he's got, and he's only got 4,700. Typically you might want to pay attention to what he's got and the numbers that he has. For example, I see he's got in the thousands for warrior and in the thousands for cavalry. So you want to send what's strong against those. But since there's only 4,700 troops there, I'm just going to hit him with every trick in my book. So I'm going to send 15,000. So I can send everything I've got. So I'm going to send 15,000. Actually, not everything I got. I think I've got like 30,000 troops. So, but still, I'm going to hit him with 15,000. Let's see. Maybe I'll keep the level 2 sieges. And instead, let's use mages. And march. And so Renkiss is fairly close, and I'll be there in about 45 seconds. And so we've got about 5 seconds until impact. 3, 2, 1. Now the attack is on. And I'm pretty sure my 15,000 outnumber the 4,700. But we'll go to the report and see exactly what happened. And I don't expect everybody to have died. I actually expect most of them to have lived. Again, like I said before, this is her city. So she's got hospitals there. So they'll just be wounded and go to the hospital. If I'm just trying to rack up my kills and knock out everybody, because if you look at my profile, I've got 198,315 kills. And that's what I do. I try to rack my kills up. I'm actually in the top 100 for kills right now. Nowhere near the #1 spot, but I am in the top 100. And so I do have a victory. Let's see if any of them died. She did lose a couple, so she lost 2,388. And she's got 1,655 that are wounded. So what I would do now, if I want to just try to wipe out everybody there, is I would go through and I would send another wave. And so that wave would continue to wound. It'll fill up our hospital, and then people really start to die. The next wave is now making its course for the enemy empire. And 2, 1, bang. And so we shoot some cannons and we stab some dudes, and then we head home and let's see what turns out, or how it turns out. And we got a victory. This time she's lost 742. Notice 0 were wounded, they died. And our valiant heroes head back to the castle, leaving the enemy empire in flames. That's about it this time around, dudes. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell, turn on notifications. That way you're notified whenever I upload new content. Tell your friends to do it. Tell your friends to tell their friends to do it. Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to do it. And I'll see you dudes next time.